Guys, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. This is Kumar Gupta and here is my number in case if you wanted to contact me. So these days we are implementing the projects as well. If you have any, please let me know. I'll be glad to do the project for you. Any performance testing project. So coming back today, one of my student Elizabeth, okay, she got a project in Truclient, so she has been asking some very basic questions related to Truclient. So I'm creating some videos. By the way, we have started trainings on Truclient as well. So tomorrow, which is 21st, today is 21st morning, 7:30 a.m. will be the first session taken by Mr. Arvind Prasad, who is a Truclient expert, a wonderful guy. Coming back, okay, the question is how to wait for a particular object. Okay, so first let me demonstrate as to how to do that, wait for a particular object, and then I'll let you know why we need to do that. Okay, so let me create a script, Truclient web, script name wait for object, just any name. Okay, I just choose that name. So go and hit on develop the script. Okay, I'm going to use our standard application, which is the web tools 127.0.0.1 with the port 1080, and then the resource is web tools. Okay, launch. Oh, I forgot to record. Just click on record. So yeah, this page got recorded. So now I'm gonna record the login part and then maybe book a flight from Los Angeles to Portland. First, continue, select this one, third option or fourth option, whatever it is, make the payment, go to home and click on sign off, and the recording is done. Wonderful. So now what I will do is, after login, okay, once you click on the login button, it goes to the next page where it has to go and hit on search flight button. So I will put a wait for object on this one. Okay, so if I talk in the air you wouldn't understand. Let me show the application as to where I will put the wait for object. Okay, first I'll demonstrate how to put a wait for object, then I'll tell you why we need to do something like that. Okay, there you go. I put a toggle point there. So now my script execution has exactly stopped where I've put the toggle point. Okay, so let me stop the execution here and then let me go ahead and execute this login part here. So this is where the toggle point, this step has not executed. So if you have any doubts, you can look at the tick marks over here. These 4 steps has executed, and here is my toggle point where my script execution has actually stopped. So let me go ahead and run it here. So as soon as I click on the login, executed this piece of code, it has clicked on the login button and went to the next page. So when it goes to the next page, this is where I wanted to wait on one of these objects. I don't care, okay? Because if you wait on a particular object over here, which means that you're waiting for this particular page to load. If the page has loaded entirely, then this object should have come, and if the object should have come, then the wait will stop. So how to wait for an object? So let me wait on this object here. Okay, go to toolbox and then here say wait for objects. Okay, drag it, and where you wanted to put it just before this search button or after this login. Okay, after this login, okay, then you would put this wait for object. What did I do? Okay, let me delete this. Right click on this one and then go ahead and delete this so that I can demonstrate this. After login and before this search flight button, I want to put this wait for object. So go to toolbar and then drag this wait for object and exactly place where you want it, and you see this is the 6th line on which you want it. Okay, now you see, click on the object you wanted to wait, click on that and then go ahead and highlight. Let's say you wanted to wait on sign off button, just go ahead and click on that. You see, now it will wait for this object called sign off. If you have any doubts, go to the object here and highlight it and make sure it is highlighting the object that you wanted. So at this point of time, you've changed your mind and you said, no, I don't want to wait on sign off. I want to wait on probably itinerary. So don't worry, you need not have to do all that, pulling up that wait for object and then highlighting. You do not have to do anything. Just go ahead and click on replace and then go ahead and hit on itinerary. Now it will wait for this itinerary button to show up. Okay, so let me go ahead and save it. Okay, so let me put a toggle point here on the sixth one where there is a wait for object, and now let me go ahead and run this particular piece of code. So launch the application, entering the username and entering the password. Now it clicks on the login button. Now this is exactly where I have put a toggle point and it has stopped there. So let me stop the execution. Now let me go ahead and run it to see if it's waiting for the object. So it has run it. So since the page has actually showed up, so this has executed successfully. Okay, so which can be confirmed here. This has executed successfully and there's no problem. Now it will go ahead and execute this piece of code, which will go ahead and click on the flight button. Okay, so now let's assume, okay, let me go back. Okay, so let's say the login, it has entered the username, it has entered the bean. Okay, it went ahead and executed this piece of code which will say click on the login. Okay, so it has clicked on login, but let's assume the server is taking a lot of time to go to the next page. Okay, let's say the server is taking a lot of time to go to the next page. Now this piece of code that you have said, which is wait for the object, okay, will keep waiting for that object called itinerary button. So let the server take whatever the time, okay, to process that request, take the username, take the password and process that login button. So let it take whatever the time. Your true client will keep waiting for that object called itinerary button. Okay, will keep waiting for that itinerary button. Okay, there is a time off. Okay, for everything there is a time off. Even for this one there is a time off. Okay, we can play around with that time off settings as well, but it will keep waiting for that object, and as soon as the object comes, so you see that piece of code got executed. You see that piece of code got executed and it will go ahead and keep running. Okay, so again I'll demonstrate this for you. Okay, so let me say play from this step. So it will start playing from the sixth step. So it's executing. It is waiting for the itinerary button. Okay, so let's say the server has taken a little bit of time, and after that little bit of time it went ahead and logged in. So immediately it found the object and started executing the next steps. Okay, so wait for the object is very, very significant when it comes to Truclient. Okay, so when the server response is slow, you want the script to wait before you take the next step here, clicking on the flight button. Okay, so you have to click on this wait for, or you have to add this wait for object. Very, very important. So whenever you see the page traverse, or the application moving from one page to another page, wait for object is very, very important. Whenever you see it's going to the next object, next page, sorry, not next object, next page, then then you have to use this wait for object. Okay, so in other words, in a very, very simple language, you want to make this script in sync with the application. Okay, sometimes the application may be running faster. Sometimes the script may be running faster than the application, then the script will fail. So you want both the script and the application to be in sync. So you will have to use wait for object whenever it's a mandatory thing. Whenever you're moving from one page to another page, it's very, very important, because server's response may be slow sometimes. So it takes some time to go to the next page, but the script would run faster than that. So then you're in soup. Okay, and definitely there will be some settings. You see, it says step object timeout is 20 seconds. So it will wait for 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds, it cannot find the object. It will it will fail it. So maybe you can increase it to 60 or whatever you want, depending upon your settings. Okay, now it will wait for 60 seconds before it says timeout. So this is what is wait for object. There are other ways to add this wait for object as well. So this same wait for object, you wanted to add it in another way. Okay, this is the wait for object that I've added, right? So let me disable that. Yeah, disabled it. Okay, now what I can do is you can just say generic object action, okay. So highlight it. What is the object? Home button or itinerary, whatever it is, okay. Or maybe I'll put it on itinerary itself. Go to the object, replace it with itinerary, okay, itinerary. And what is that you wanted to do? You wanted to click on itinerary? No, wait, okay. So you're gonna wait for this object called itinerary, okay. Wait for this object called itinerary, and you can highlight it just to make sure that that object is highlighting. And what is the action that you wanted to do? You want to wait for that object, but you can explore the other actions as well. Okay, so this particular thing, generic object action, is very handy when it comes to Truclient. Thank you guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. You have learned something new today. In the course, the Truclient protocol course, there's a lot of exciting things to learn. VTS, and maybe randomly pick one city from here, randomly pick one value from here, and how to verify, how to put a text checkpoint, how to create your own JavaScript, how to take some value from the front end and put it into an output file. Okay, VTS, how to use VTS, put the scripts in the controller, run it, what kind of challenges you face when running the controller. All this will be covered, okay, as a part of the course. So you wanted to improve your knowledge on different protocols, or you want to go to the interview this time around saying that I have learned Truclient, please enroll for this course, guys. I wouldn't say please, but it's up to you. I mean, I don't want to force, but definitely it would have add value is what I think. Okay, if you attend the class and then practice, just by attending the class, it wouldn't do much good. Okay, the course, but you have to practice it immediately as the classes are going on. So that's what it is, guys. So thank you, guys. Meet you in the next video. Thank you so much.